Hello, I'm a PS3 and welcome back to the video. You might recall that recently I went through 5 rare features in Minecraft that no one really cares about. You know, the sorts of rare features that you know are rare when you see them, like a desert well, but you just kind of look at and go, oh, I guess that's rare, and move on with your life because it doesn't change anything. However, a lot of people who aren't usually subscribed to me caught that video and said stuff like, no, Toy Cat, wow, I really love, brown sheep, and I really care about the desert wells. What are you talking about? And here's where I should really just apologize and say, oh, yeah, my apologies, I guess, it really is awesome to someone in the world. But no, I'm going to double down on what I said and say, no, there are way better rare features in just every single way, and today I'm going to be going through 5 rare features that everyone does care about. So hopefully you all do enjoy the video. If you do like it, like the video, let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets know you do like, again, rare things that are actually going to make you go, oh yeah, I love it when that happens. But with that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start with the first one here, which is to do with the Wither Skeleton again. So yeah, I mentioned the Wither Skeleton last time as an example of a bad rare event, because you've got a 1 in 12 chance, again, roughly, of every time you're killing a Wither Skeleton, getting its stone sword as a drop, which sounds kind of okay on the basis of it, but you got to realize that when you're killing enough Wither Skeletons, which you will be, you're just going to end up with a bunch of stone swords, and they clutter up your inventory. And it's a classic example of a bad drop, because, oh, yeah, right, I love stone swords and having a bunch of them, whereas when you have a Wither Skeleton skull, it's an example of a rare drop done right, because let's just kill him, because you've got a 1 in 40 chance of getting a Wither Skeleton skull. We didn't get it, but let's just pretend we did. So yeah, we got a 1 in 40 chance of getting one of these when we kill them. And the reason this is such a cool rare drop is because, one, I think the rarity is in the right spot of just like, it seems like it never happened, so when it does, it's this really cool event of like, yes, it finally happened, because you're going to want this Wither Skeleton skull too, because bear in mind, a stone sword, you pick up and you're like, oh, I guess this is a worse version of whatever I'm currently using, but a, Wither Skeleton skull, you can pick up and use 3 of these to craft the Wither, which then gets you one of the rarest items in the game, the Never Start, for the beacon. So yeah, you get a really cool item out of this, which is really useful for survival in general. So yeah, the Wither Skeleton skull is great for that, but it's also an amazing just, trophy to show off, because again, once you get this rare event to happen, you can show off to your friends that, oh, look at this, guys, I got myself a Wither Skeleton skull, and they'll be like, wow, you did a thing that's quite rare. Whereas if you show your friends a stone sword, they'll be like, oh, wow, did you like chop down a whole single wood block and go mining for 2 cobblestone? Wow, Toy Cat, you did such an amazing thing there. Whereas, you show anyone a Wither Skeleton skull, and it shows that, yeah, you did a decent amount of work in the Nether, and it's just kind of one of those, higher end items that I think shows you've done something. So yeah, Wither Skeleton skull, just an infinitely better example example of a rare drop, and I absolutely do love it. So yeah, with that said, let's move on to the next, rare feature that people do care about, because it is to do with mining. So when you go underground, you can find a whole bunch of blocks down there, you can find your iron, your cobblestone stuff, and every single chunk, so a 16 by 16 by like 256 area, you have a chance of finding 3 diamonds on average, which look like this. And every time you find diamonds, I'm sure everyone knows what diamonds look like, because the moment you find them, you have this extreme feeling of just like, yes, I did it, I found the diamonds, isn't this amazing? And, this also applies to emeralds, I'd say. Just rare drops like this, again, they spawn just infrequently enough that you look around forever for them, and then you get them, and you get this really cool feeling of, yes, I found a rare feature. But it's not only cool because you found something that's really rare, it's cool because it does amazing stuff. Diamonds allow you to craft the very best tools, the very best armor in the game. Emeralds allow you to, they're not really too useful because they spawn by themselves, but if you find a lot of emeralds, because, again, if you're in extreme hills, you can find a lot of these. If you find a lot of emeralds, you can start to trade with villagers with that. So it's like free currency, basically. And, yeah, finding rare stuff below ground is a good feeling because it helps you out, and it's rare enough to actually feel like you're getting something done, unlike let's say the brown sheep, which is like 3 in every 100 and provides you with brown wool, because we all need more of that. I think the I think finding diamonds, finding emeralds is just a way better example. Speaking of rare things to find, the village is a third great example of a rare thing that people do care about. I've been in one this entire time. Notice how amazing this just entire place is. You look around the village and it's just filled with random little things, whether that's planters, whether that's just houses. Most of this stuff is semi-useless, but at least there are uses contained within. So first of all, you need a village if you want to find villagers who can give you trades for a whole range of things like name tags, but even on the lower end, like you can buy some swords off them if you want to, or armor. So yeah, basically villagers are an opportunity to trade with the villagers, which is a fun task by itself. Like, it's a whole section of the game, I'd say. But as well as just being able to trade with villagers, you can go in here, get some free loot. As well as being able to do that, you can destroy it if you want to. You can use it as a safe place because it's going to be, it's got a bunch of these things up. And yeah, villagers are just great places to find, but so is every rare structure that has a loot contained, I'd say. Like finding a desert temple. Do you like my mini desert temple, by the way? Or finding a jungle temple. Do you like this one too? Finding either of these things is also amazing because it contains something that can help you out as well as being a rare event by itself. Water isn't a rare resource in Minecraft. It's not even like a uncommon one. It's found everywhere, including, by the way, villages. So that is why this is a infinitely better idea than the desert well. If the desert well maybe, you know, had a chance of finding a chest, or like sometimes led to a dungeon, that would be amazing. But because it is just a source of water, it makes people question like why does this need to exist? Whereas the village, everyone loves, and when you find it, it's a great feeling. So yeah, that is why finding villages is just way better than finding those things for that main reason. Moving on to the next one here, let's talk about one of the really cool events that, again, I love, even though it's not even that rare. So, you know, it's not all just about making things rare enough to be cool. You can even have an event that's relatively unrare, like a 1 in 14 chance, but still just feels cool because of the way you put it off. And my example here is going to be the fact that if you kill a creeper with a skeleton, so if a skeleton kills a creeper, I guess, then you'd actually get a music disc. So if you've never seen this, let me just do this right now. So hit the creeper once, hit the creeper twice. If you have a sharpness 1 sword, this is so much easier, by the way. So just if you want to do that in survival, pro tip. But yeah, we need to get this skeleton to hit the creeper over there. So it's mostly going to hit me, unless we can do this just right. So let's get the creeper on this side of it. But yeah, if you get a creeper between you and a skeleton, and you let the skeleton finish off the creeper, just like... Okay, god damn it, skeleton. But yeah, if you get the skeleton to actually finish off the creeper, which we can do, then it creates a music disc, which is a really cool event, and it's rare because it's somewhat tricky to pull off. So just like there we go. We just got ourselves the music disc award. So everyone has a favorite music disc, right? Like I really like Chirp, I think it is, and I quite like Blocks too. But yeah, everyone loves a favorite music disc, and you can get them in survival doing this little trick. You might not have known that before. It's a really, really useful one, and it feels cool because it takes a decent amount of effort, and even though it's not rare, you're guaranteed the drop, getting the one you want is going to be rare, and when you do, it's like, wow, I just did this kind of tricky task to get a cool item, as opposed to, again, like killing a wither skeleton to get a stone sword that you don't really need, or doing something like that. This is just a rare feature that's just like, yeah, that feels really awesome. I did a thing, I made it happen, and now I've got a cool reward to go home with. And I think that's the key point behind each of these rare, you know, things, having like an actual advantage to the game, because otherwise, you know, rare features are nice to find. Like a zombie village is cool to look at, but having a really, you know, fundamental part of the game that you care about and you want to find regularly is about giving a reward that's actually kind of useful, which brings us nicely into the last rare feature people care about, because it is the mushroom biome and /or mushrooms. So yeah, here I've got my mushrooms, as you can see. We've got moo, and I think just over there we've got shrooms. So yeah, basically these are my mushrooms, and this is an amazing thing to find. Finding a mushroom island is a very, very rare thing. Again, it's the rarest biome in the game right now, if I'm not mistaken. Finding a mushroom biome is a very rare thing to do, and once you get here, you're rewarded with 2 things. One, an exclusive block that can only be found here. It's not actually amazingly useful, but it looks cool, which is a use in survival in itself, and also it's used to grow mushrooms. So it's kind of a nice block, the mycelium, which we can take back with us now we found it. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. But as well as being able to take mycelium with you, you get these mushrooms. So mushrooms are just a better version of the cow, basically, because although you can't, you might be able to milk them actually, but although they're not made for milking, they're made for, you know, if you have a bowl with you, which I think we have a little bit of wood, but you can actually milk them and get mushroom stew, which makes them a renewable source of mushroom stew, as well as the fact that, again, they're just a lot cuter. Like, look at this thing, isn't this the cutest mob in the game? You get an amazingly cute mob, you get an amazingly functional mob, and you get it all in a rare package, and it just makes the mushroom one of the coolest, like, identifiable rare parts of Minecraft, and in my opinion, significantly better than the pink sheep. But I guess I'd love to hear your opinions in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me, or are you still thinking, no, Toy Cat, pink sheep is still way cooler than, you know, finding mycelium, but no, the mushroom biome, I should say. Let me know in the comments down below. Like it if you did like it, though, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.